down to the surface, just like a leaf gently drifting out of a tree. Have you reached the surface?
Yes.
Tell me, what is the surface you're on?
Desert like sand. Grass too, though.
Wonderful. Take a look up around you and describe your surroundings.
Under a big tree with a group of people listening to Jesus as Jesus talk. Teaching.
Wonderful.
I'm writing.
Are you a male or female?
Male.
Excuse me. Wonderful. And can you see what you're writing?
His words. His plans. His thoughts. His instructions.
Wonderful. Describe to me, how many other people are you with?
Maybe 6 others.
All right. If you look at your body, what are you wearing on your body?
Almost like a robe of some sort of cloth, but it's goes to my knees.
Wonderful. What color is it?
I go beigey, white, off-white.
And are you wearing anything on your feet?
Sandals.
Pardon me. Wonderful. And could you describe Jesus for me?
He does not have long hair like everyone thinks. It's short, but there's some length to it. He has a beard, but it's not long. It's almost like an overgrown scruff.
What skin color is he?
White, but tanned.
Are you all the same nationality?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, do you live nearby here?
Yes. We're on the outskirts of a town under a tree. I'm sitting on a big rock.
Wonderful. Are you all from this town?
Some are, yes. Some have traveled.
Is this the Essene community?
Pardon?
Sorry, my throat is having an issue. Is this the Essene community?
Similar.
Right. Wonderful. So let's go to where you live. Closing that scene. Going to your home.
On a farm not far from town. I see animals like sheep and chickens.
Wonderful. Do you live there with anyone?
It's a family farm.
Great. I would like to take you to a time where you're sitting down for a meal with your family. Be there now.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
There is my father, my mother, I would say my uncle, and some younger kids.
Oh, so you have a big family.
Yes.
And at the table, someone's calling out your name to get your attention. What do they call you?
John.
Wonderful, wonderful. Lovely to meet you, John. All right. So now I'd like to take you to the time where you spend. What do you spend most of your time doing for work? Let's be there now. And tell me about what you do for work.
I work on the farm and help build things.
Wonderful.
But mostly the farm and selling items. I see goods that we grow on the farm we sell.
Wonderful.
We have sheep as well. sheep's wool. It's I need to do it as a family to provide for our family.
Wonderful. So you guys provide for yourselves with your food
Yes.
and everything. That's great.
We live off the land, but we also sell goods in town.
Wonderful. Now, are you related to Jesus? Is he part of your family?
No.
Oh, how did you meet him?
He came to town, although we knew of him in advance, or rumors, and he approached me. And I've been working with him ever since.
Oh, lovely. So he must have seen something in you to know that you'd be accepting of his teachings.
Yes, I have a very inquisitive mind.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
He also helped us to fixing things.
Like physical?
Like, yes.
Like carpentry or...
Yes.
Oh. Is he good at that?
Yes.
Excellent.
Help fix our roof.
Oh, well, that's nice. So, you joined in on the family work.
Yes, when my uncle had to leave on a trip to get more supplies or something. He helped while he was gone.
Oh, that's excellent. Good timing. Perfect. All right. Just closing that scene, and we're going to move you to an important day, a day that you consider to be important in that life. Be there now. Where are you now, and what do you see?
People coming to be healed.
And describe what that looks like. Where are you?
Almost like in a cave, it feels like. But not a dark, deep cave. Almost like I don't know, this rock formation. I'm not sure. Rock carved out of a side of a mountain hill.
Very interesting. All right. And people are coming to get healed.
Coming, asking if he could help heal them.
Does he take them?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. What type of healings are you watching?
It's energy healing.
Mm-hmm. Are there anyone with physical ailments coming in?
Yes, like, sprains. I would say there's, someone with like an open wound of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
People with joint problems, back problems. There's a lot of physical work that causes a lot of injuries.
Now,
also, there's a lady there who's grieving.
Oh.
I was there asking for help.
Can he take away the grief?
He's working on it.
Oh, wow.
He says he can't take it away completely, but he can help her process it better.
Yeah. That's lovely. And the opened wound, was he able to close that?
Yeah, he was able to help. He also helped. He did this over a few sessions, though.
Wonderful.
And there was also stuff that was applied, but he did a lot of it.
Wonderful. All right. Are you learning from it?
Yes, I'm absorbing it all like a sponge.
Excellent. Excellent. And what about you and are you working on anyone yourself? Do you take clients for healing?
I'm working first. I'm trying to do work with animals.
Excellent.
I'm trying to take what I learn and practice at home on animals.
Wonderful. That's a great idea. All right. Closing that scene now and moving again to another important day. Be there now. Tell me about it.
I'm with Jesus, and he's talking to me. I can see these lights. It's nighttime, and it's just him and I. And we're not in town around anybody. And I can see these glowing lights.
Where are they?
They're floating around us.
Beautiful. Does he describe what they are?
Angelic presence.
He must be a very high frequency person to be able to see that with him.
He's helping me see it.
Beautiful. Do they make any communications with you?
More feeling.
The body to remember those feelings now. Letting those feelings into the body. And tell me about them.
Pure love. A sense of peace, a sense of all the worry is lifted away.
It's beautiful. What happens next?
A feeling of I can be anyone I want to be. Do what I need to do. A sense of duty. A sense of importance. A sense of calmness. I don't feel scared anymore. It doesn't matter what happens to my physical body. I know I'll be okay. And that's a big relief.
Yes. Wonderful. It must feel lovely.
Words can't describe it.
Beautiful. Instilling that in now. Wonderful. So does this help you in the future with how you act and make decisions?
Yes, I understand more of my role and I can be who I need to be.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the connections that everything is connected.
Wonderful.
A new view on our existence. What our souls are.
Wonderful. All right. So what happens after you visit with these orbs?
I continue to be able to communicate with them on an energetic level.
Wonderful. That's great. Okay.
It's like my frequency is changed.
So a little bit of an attunement.
Yes.
Spectacular. Alright. Closing that scene now. Let's move again to the next important day. Where something that you thought was important is happening. Be there now. Where are you now?
A celebration.
Tell me about this.
It's a union. A marriage.
And who's getting married today?
Jesus.
Oh, wonderful. And where are you? What's the scenery like?
It's like a barn with like this open field. People gathered.
Oh, wonderful. And tell me, what does Mary Magdalene look like? Or is that who he's marrying?
Yes, he calls her more Mary.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be who we refer to, yes.
What does she look like?
She has long brown hair. She has like a wreath of flowers in her hair. And she's wearing a white cloth. That's a long gown. But there's no like, nothing drags behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some fabrics that have been added to her gown.
Wonderful. And what's her skin tone?
The same. But she's a darker brown.
Mm.
But would be considered more Caucasian.
Okay.
But she's darker.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Tell me about the ceremony. Do they stand in front of people? Do they sit? What is
They
the ceremony?
stand.
Mm-hmm.
They have their hands joined together. And the person during the ceremony is wrapping a cloth around their hands.
What color is the cloth?
This cloth is more colorful, and it's used more for ceremony purposes.
Wonderful.
There's more than one color to the cloth. It's more about a union coming together, joining as one.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. And what happens next?
They're celebrating.
Hmm?
His mother is happy. She was concerned he wouldn't get married.
Oh.
It was custom to marry back then. It was expected. Joining of two families.
I see. So Mary Magdalene's family, is Mary's family there as well?
Yes, but they're more, I want to say, shy.
Hmm.
A little unsure.
Wonderful. Are Jesus' parents like him? Like, does his mother do energy work as well?
No.
And what about
They
Mary?
support him, but no.
I see. And what about Mary's family? Are they into the teachings?
They see, they believe, but they have fear. Fear of prosecution.
Hmm. It's understandable. What would what happen to someone in these days when they are prosecuted?
Crucifixion.
Hmm.
Torture. Death.
I see. Were there anyone else doing these teachings that were persecuted before?
Yes.
That didn't seem to stop Jesus.
No.
Okay. Wonderful. So everyone's happy at the celebration. Just fast forward through the evening and see if there's anything you'd like to speak on as you go through it in your mind.
We're going to be traveling.
Mm. Where are you going?
Across the countryside to smaller towns.
And you're joining them?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm assisting as I'm being taught and learned. As he's teaching me one-on-one, but I'm also documenting and a lot of writing. as well as trying to spread the word safely.
Without getting persecuted.
Yeah, but mostly right now I'm just learning and writing and assisting when I need it. When needed.
Wonderful. All right, let's move to another important event. Be there now and tell me about this.
The armies got him, captured him. They're dragging him through town, through the streets, on a cross.
He's on it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He did speak to us though before. He did reassure us everything would be okay and not to fear. Not that everything would be okay, but not to fear.
What happens next?
We kind of scramble. I felt I needed to protect the knowledge I had, as well as the journal I had.
And what do you do with those? The journal.
I hide them with someone I can trust.
Wonderful.
We can't get anywhere near him.
Where do they keep him? On the... Are they they're guarding the cross?
Yes.
I see.
There's no way we can rescue. He doesn't want us to either.
You'd get persecuted as well.
Yes.
So how long is he held there?
For a few days.
What happens next? Do they take him down?
Yes. They assume he is dead. He's almost to the point of being in a state of deep, and I can't, deep doesn't even describe how deep of a meditation like state. like a different type of consciousness, to the point that it slows down his body functions. They think he has died. It's almost like he disconnects from his body, but not completely. Like his soul, spirit disconnects.
Very interesting.
Almost like if he put himself into a deep coma-like state.
Ah, yes. Okay. So what do they do with the body?
At this point, the family can have him.
Oh, thank goodness.
He's wrapped in this cloth, like all bodies are. He's given over to the family.
Wonderful. And what did the family do with him?
Mary Magdalene had instructions on helping to care for him.
Wonderful.
And that's when he came back. Weak, frail, barely alive, but he came back into his body.
Now, were these instructions energetic healing work? Or was it like a physical washing?
It was both. She had some type of oil as well that she would apply to his skin. And she cleansed and worked on cleaning his wounds. And then when it was the right time, he came back into his body.
Wonderful. Were you there when he woke up?
Yes.
Oh, lovely. So you two have become very good friends.
Yes. At this point, they thought his threat, his presence, was eliminated.
So they were happy about that.
Gave us time to help heal him.
Were there many others being persecuted at this time as well with him? Or is it just him?
No, there were others. People that stood out, that could give testimony, were prosecuted as well.
Oh, I see.
People that felt they needed to stand up and say something, which wasn't allowed.
Right. Did they, those ones didn't make it?
No.
Bless them. All right. So what do you guys do after he has woken up, and what's it like? Do you guys heal for a little while there? Or?
We heal for a little while. We're back in this cave place.
Are the rocks there special? Is there something about the cave that helps with the healing?
I want to say they're like sand rocks.
Oh.
There's this is mostly for privacy and safety. People brought us supplies as well.
Great. So what's the plan after he's all healed? Are you moving on, or what do we do next? What happens next in this story?
His presence is known.
Oh. Tell me about that.
People who have authority are very fearful at this point. And there's a bit of confusion as to what to do next.
Yeah, no wonder. Someone's just come back from the dead. So they seem to think.
He was tracked down, but he was able to teach more before this happened. He was able to give more testimonies, more evidence, more proof, I guess you can call it.
Mm-hmm.
But he was executed on the spot.
Oh, really? How long between the crucifixion and the execution?
Months.
Oh, so not that long. Some people
Closer
say,
to a year or more within that time frame. So it took him a little while to heal. And then he was just starting to get back out. It wasn't long after that.
How was he executed?
His throat.
Wondered about that.
They wanted to make it as permanent as possible.
Was he decapitated, or did they slash it?
Oh, he was decapitated. First they slashed, that's how he died. then they decided to remove his head.
To make it permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Were you there for that?
I was close by, but I didn't witness it.
I see. That must have been very upsetting.
Yes.
Tell me about how you honored and prepared the body after that. Or did they take him?
Oh, he was buried. It was more of a spiritual. And we had more of a spiritual. It was sad, yes. It was frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
I still felt like I had so much more I could learn. And frustrated that he was taken. I really looked up to him. He was older than me. Like a guiding light. Frustrated that people couldn't see the good. At least the people that were hunting him down. But I understood through him that it was more fear-based. But it was still frustrating. I was angry.
I'm sorry for your loss. Do you guys get to have a ceremony, or do the soldiers bury him?
They are observing.
To make sure he's buried.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Is Mary there?
No.
Where is she when this happens?
Taking her kids and running.
How many children did they have?
Two that survived.
What do you mean survived?
There is one that didn't survive the first year of life.
Oh, was it natural death?
Yes.
Okay. They weren't persecuted too.
No.
Oh, thank
But
goodness.
out of fear that they would be, she left.
Mm-hmm.
With a small group of people.
Wonderful. Did she tell you where she was going?
We kept it. We didn't talk about it. We only wanted her to, and the people she was with to know.
Smart. What were the children's names?
There's an Elijah. And Mary.
Oh, wonderful. What about the one that didn't make it?
named after Joseph. They carried a lot of names and passed them down.
I see.
Jesus was also another well-known name back then.
Oh, really? Is that how it's pronounced?
There's a bit more of an accent, but basically yes.
Like Jesus.
Yes.
I'll keep working on it. All right, wonderful. Okay. And what do you do after this? What do you do with yourself?
I continue to try to do what he taught me. And I try to keep everything I wrote safe.
Wonderful.
But they did eventually come for me.
Oh, tell me about that.
They went for the people that were closest. They were being hunted down.
How long in between him being executed until you were hunted down? Was it soon after, or
A couple years.
Okay. And tell me about what happened to you.
I was hung.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I didn't have any fear.
Perfect.
And I was taken from my body before I experienced anything.
Is that something you did consciously? Or did it just happen?
He helped me.
Oh, wonderful.
But it was both.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now that you're on the other side, we can let all of that go, so we don't leave any cellular memory in the body for your next incarnations. Removing all of that pain and trauma from the body on a cellular level. Letting it flow out. Now that you can look back on your life and experience on that lifetime, how do you feel about it? Do you think you accomplished what you came to do?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I put a lot of detail in my writing. I wish it was passed on more accurately. But I understand that process.
I was going to ask if your teachings and writings had been put into any kind of book. For the public.
The Bible.
Ah.
Scriptures.
The scriptures in the Bible. The ones labeled John.
Yes, and I also help assist with others.
Oh. Wonderful. But yes, they have been misconstrued over the years.
Yes. And again, I understand that's the way on how that happens.
Is every bit mistranslated, or is there parts that are accurate?
There's parts that are accurate, events that are accurate. Some of the timeline is not. Some of the wording is not. They did take some of it and it was more fear-based. That was not meant to bring fear. That was turned into fear or a sense of control.
Right.
It wasn't at its purest.
Yeah, they added that fun thing called hell in there.
Yes.
Did Jesus,
the big thing was not to fear the other side, not to fear God, not to fear dying.
Right.
And that was changed.
Oh, very much so, yes. I see. So when we read the Bible today, what advice would you have for us when we read it to just, like, what
to remember that we have so much power within us. From a place of love and compassion and acceptance, we can access this energy and use it for good.
Wonderful. Is there a hell?
No.
I didn't think so. I just had to ask for the recording.
There is some places that spirits will go, but that's more fear from them, and they're kind of stuck in a limbo because they're afraid to cross over to, they don't know what to expect.
So where
so
they
it
stay.
takes them longer for their spirit guides and loved ones to help pull them through. It can be more of like a, I want to say, a shadow kind of place. Not hell, not scary, just not as bright.
And is that created by their own mind and thoughts and their beliefs?
Yes. Basically, yes.
Okay.
And then they, when they're in this place, they still carry the weight of their fears and their human beliefs with them.
I see.
But they do, have help to get through that. It's not a punishment. They're not hurting. It's just a place to let go of those fears.
Right, and they can take their time.
Yes.
Wonderful. Is that who we would call a ghost, maybe?
No.
Oh, okay. question another time. All right. And would humans be able to sense them while they're hanging around, waiting, being afraid? Okay.
Yes, they could, just because they're still a spirit.
Oh, okay.
They're not unreachable. It's like it's another step of transition.
Wonderful. How old were you when you passed?
30s. It wasn't a long life.
No. Did you have a wife and children?
I had a wife. And we had one child when I died.
What was your child's name?
John.
Wonderful.
The family name passed down.
Beautiful. All right. I'm going to invite you to join Jesus and all of your other friends in the beautiful white light healing room now. Just to really cleanse that incarnation so that the rest of your timeline on this linear planet can be beautifully sparkly clean. And any energies affecting Jen's body from that will be healed and beautifully sparkly cleaned and refreshed. I'm just going to give you a few moments to work on that. If you don't mind, I'll be right back. Wonderful healing. How do you feel in there?
Good.
Oh, excellent. Is there anything else you'd like us to know?
No.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful. I'd like to thank you so much for the information you bring forth today. Much love and thanks. I know Jen's really going to appreciate it. So we'd like you to recede back to that beautiful healing, and you'll find what you need to find next. And I'd like the personality of Jen to once again return to the body and integrate back into the body. May we speak with Jen's higher self, please?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Wonderful. Lovely to speak with you again. Thank you for helping facilitate this session.
You're welcome.
If you'd like to start clearing Jen's body now, that'd be great. Clearing out any energies that are no longer serving her.
I've already started.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you. You know my process. Your process. Great. Wonderful. So that wasn't interesting. I knew Lifetime. I knew she was John. I knew you were John. Lovely. So is there a reason you bring that for her to see today?
To remind her she had one of the greatest teachers for healing. And to follow her instincts.
Mm-hmm.
To trust in those instincts and the guidance that she receives.
Those in the moment
Yes.
knowings.
Yes.
These are memories.
Memories the soul doesn't forget.
Wonderful. That is one of her questions about her healing. She wanted to know what she was doing, if it was... So she does it a little differently.
And it's the way she was taught. And that works for her and her energy.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. She wanted to know if there's anything, any next step or anything next in the process of that healing procedure.
Just follow the flow. She's on the right track. She's already starting to surrender and just go with it.
Beautiful.
Trust what needs to come through at the time will come through.
Mm-hmm.
She will have instructions and guidance always available. She just needs to trust it and know that it's okay to be unique and it's more powerful.
Mm. That's wonderful. So yeah, you guys, you've come online. She's getting really good information and she's so connected. That's amazing. We continue to work on those gifts.
Those angelic lights.
Yes.
Are angels. So why she has a deep connection to them.
Mm.
They assist in all aspects. As a channeler, medium, communicator, and as a healer.
Wonderful. She said Archangel Michael was working on her today.
Yes, he's always with her.
Wonderful. That's great. Do any of the angels have a message for her that they'd like to speak through clearly? It's on recording for her to listen to later.
Follow what resonates with you, what you're guided to, what feels right, and continue to allow the creativity to flow. And the abundance that comes with it. continue to shine. And we're just getting started.
Wonderful. Is that from all of you, or who am I speaking with?
All of them.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Beautiful.
She has an entire team working with her. And she's doing really good at understanding that it's a team effort.
Mm-hmm. And she's an equal.
Yes.
Wonderful. Oh, makes me very happy. Who was the team? Is it too many to say, or?
There is. She has past loved ones that are working with her. She has guides that are working with her. Erik is working with her all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Erik will actually help the person she's communicating with on how to communicate with her so that she understands the message that needs to be delivered.
Oh, great.
He works with that other spirit. He brings forward people as well. She has the archangels surrounding her. She has other angels as well. She has Jesus. She also has other high spiritual ascended masters helping as well.
Wonderful. So she's got quite a good support system.
And a lot of animals surrounding her as well. Nature.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's okay to let go of nursing.
Mm.
It's time to heal people in a much better way.
Mm-hmm.
Either through by messages, helping them process their emotions, teachings, with education, guidance, energy healing. She has a more profound impact this way than she could with nursing. And it's okay to let that go and move on.
Wonderful.
The knowledge she gained from that is essential
Mm-hmm.
in what she's doing now and where she's going. How to talk to people in high emotional states. How to help bring them through that process as well as the medical knowledge is all going to come into play. It's already started. So it wasn't for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay to let the idea of that go.
Wonderful. I could see why that information of being a nurse, everything you learn would definitely help in this field. Beautiful. She wanted to know more about her gifts too. Like, are there other ones that haven't come online yet?
It's It's more about them getting even stronger. She's experienced the healing ability. She's experienced the sight, the hearing, the thought, the feeling, physical as well as emotional feelings as she's channeling and communicating with spirits for other people and for herself. She's experienced all those abilities on how we communicate through the body and the mind and the soul. It's just going to get more intense, more stronger.
Excellent. And she'll be able to integrate that easily.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And to trust the information that's coming through.
Definitely. We need to do, I wrote some healing things down that I'd like to just maybe nudge you on if you're not already working on it. Removing all cords. Removing entities from the body. A beautiful chakra balance. An infusion of light. Aura protection. DNA, diamond DNA repair. How do those sound?
The DNA repair can only go so far. Because it is part of her soul contract.
Gotcha. Okay. What's part of the soul contract? What aspect of that?
The health.
Is this the immune disorder?
Yes.
Tell her more about that. Why'd she choose that?
It gave her all the lessons that she needed. It helped bring her, strip her down to where she could open up her gifts. It forced her to almost do so. In a way. And not to sound cruel. A different outlook on life. Different perspectives. She's able to she experiences so much physical symptoms and elements and multiple organs involved, that mental health as well, that she can relate to so many people. She can pick up on those emotions and be able to help them through it. As she's getting stronger and getting through this, she doesn't realize how strong she is and how resilient she is. She's gone through more than the average person would go through in a lifetime, starting at an early age, but she keeps pushing forward. She keeps having hope. She keeps having that determination. And yes, there's days where she struggles, but she needs to also be okay and be gentle with herself. These are all lessons that this gives her, as well as she's basically a trailblazer for educating people on the immune system and disorders and new diseases and getting the next step to new treatments and gaining new knowledge and information. So she's helping that way as well.
Wonderful. There is some DNA repair we could work on today.
Yes.
Wonderful. I don't think she needs to have all these symptoms all the time, does she? It seems quite a lot.
She needs to work through the emotions that will also help.
Mm-hmm.
The stress doesn't help.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Won't remove it completely, but it will help the severity.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. I understand the contract, so yes, that any relief at all would be absolutely appreciated. I know.
There is answers coming.
Is that the doctor? The new doctor?
Yes.
Perfect. So that's a good fit for her?
It's the perfect timing.
Perfect. I was just okay, yes. And
There's even opportunity for her to continue to work with her and families.
excellent, excellent. She really wasn't sure about the lesson behind this situation. So that's what it is. She contracted it in.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of release of emotions and healing from this. Still doesn't take away the illness, but it takes a lot of the heaviness away.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
The heaviness really weighs her down.
Yeah, the stiffness and the joints, isn't that all from the same thing?
Both.
Yeah. I can tell in her body how she walks. It's very controlling on her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, heavy, yeah, heavy. So yeah, any relief we can do with the joints and the stiffness in the shoulders and just giving her some relief of that stress would be muchly appreciated. How does the liver look? We calm the liver.
It's irritated.
Mm-hmm. And we can put some nice cooling waters flowing down through the organs just to cool everything down and calm everything. Bringing as much healing as possible into the body. Okay, more healing stuff. Our DNA, do they have little caps on the end of them? Like, so I've heard that recently, that our DNA was capped so that we wouldn't live as long. Or basically, maybe from the fear.
It's not a physical cap of any sort. It's part of an evolution process.
Oh. Okay.
And this has happened throughout history as well. Different lifespans, expected lifespans, have always been changing.
Mm.
And it's based on our growth spiritually as well.
I see. Wonderful. Okay. So this wasn't something genetically modified in us?
No.
Okay. We're just evolving.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Wonderful. Are there any blood oaths that she needs to release from other lives? Or dimensions?
No.
Okay. Any negative influences whatsoever, like implants, hooks, blocks, any type of AI, organic or inorganic, in the body?
No.
Beautiful. I'm sure not. If she's this connected, you've got her sparkly clean all the time.
She does pick up other people's energy, but we help her with that.
Wonderful. Do you have any tips for her for doing that?
No, she's doing great.
Yeah. Is it just something instant that happens for her? You guys just help.
Pretty much, it's an ongoing process.
Okay. Wonderful. I'm curious because I think I was picking up some throat issues from John. So do they do that for me too, or do I need to physically put up a barrier, like in my mind, imagine one? What would you recommend for people that do pick up other people's physical issues?
You can put up boundaries and barriers, and you can cleanse. But you're not going to stop it completely, because you're meant to feel, and that's how you pick up these things.
Right.
And sense these things as you recognize it. Once you recognize it, it's also easier to clear.
Okay. Yeah, so we don't want any permanent damage in the body.
No.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Soul shards. We would collect any soul shards that have fragmented off, bringing her back to a whole beautiful, fabulous self.
She's good.
Wonderful. What about this age regression I'm hearing about? Could we do that, if she'd like?
It's not in her contract. It is something that we can do, but it won't be seen regularly for many, many years.
I see.
It's like just a glimpse of the possibility is being known.
Yes, it's fabulous. I love this. Well, anything we can do to keep us both, Jen and I, youthful and beautiful as long as possible, and healthy and happy. That'd be great.
Take care of your energy.
Okay.
Nurture it. Don't drain yourselves.
Right. I'm sure we both have that issue.
Yes.
All right. So number one is us. You come first. I come first.
Yes.
We take care of ourselves.
Yes.
Great. Wonderful. I have here the complete quantum doctor workup. So anything else you see that I am missing, and you do your thing. You have full access to the body. And I'm also open to any healing as well. And appreciate it.
It's already been good going on.
Yes.
Even before the session.
I wondered. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
the mom. Mom wants to do Reiki.
Yes, we've been putting that in her mind.
It's so good. That's amazing. Do you have any messages for Mom?
That she can do it. She is a healer. She doesn't understand that to the extent that she is, but she is. She brings comfort to everybody. She's everyone's rock.
Oh, that is so sweet.
And the energy would be good for her as well.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Any advice on where to start with the Reiki? Any good Reiki masters around here that you'd like her to learn from?
Be Barry. She's already been looking at one.
Oh, good. Is that a good one?
Yes.
Perfect. Is she drawn to that one for the reason of goodness?
Yes, and to trust her instincts and her feelings through it. Don't let someone else tell her how to feel.
Right?
Take the information, but it's about feeling it. Feeling the energy.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Thank you. She wanted to know any general information about Kaylin and Ethan. Let's start with Kaylin.
She's a beacon of energy for healing. She helps everyone that she encounters. Energy just spreads out from her.
She's like a little sunshine.
Yes, she's just a beacon of light.
Oh, wonderful. And what about Ethan?
Ethan needs to learn there's an easier way to do things. And this will come.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
He's persistent on doing things the hard way. He just needs to work at it and find that it's easier in the long run.
Mm-hmm. And we can assist with that, right?
Yes.
I'm sure you already have been. Or he has been. Wonderful. How are their health?
Good.
Wonderful. And I'd love to send our friend Jesus back over if he's willing to do a nice refresh on the auras and the chakra cleansing, and maybe basically what we did before the last time. And to my children too, if you don't mind. Bless.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Okay. And Barry. And we'd like to know if there's any messages from Barry from the other realms.
Take Jen's advice.
Okay.
She is channeling messages through her from us.
For him.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The concerns, the career, all of it.
It's all accurate.
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And do you have any advice for Jen and Barry going forward?
To not resist the flow. Just go with the flow. It will be better. Things will get better.
Mm-hmm. The counseling, is that something that's a good idea for them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much needed.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And you found the right counselor?
She will.
Okay. Perfect. She'll know. Great.
It's all lining up.
Excellent. down throat chakra, thyroid especially, mainly for me, but I'm sure she would appreciate some throat chakra work as well. Oh, you're doing all the chakras, but wonderful. So she does use her ears while she's doing medium work. She can hear.
More cognitive.
Mm-hmm.
She does hear, but it is opening up more.
Is that something that you'd like to open up more?
We can. It's not one of her strengths, but we can.
Okay. Wonderful. You do that for me as well. Wonderful. I've been having a little bit of a, I don't know, I hear like a swoosh all the time in my ear.
Mm-hmm.
Is that there for a reason?
Yes. You'll hear little sounds here and there, or your name called.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. So, like, there's nothing wrong with my ear. Are you guys working on it all the time, or there's like a...
It's more of a pressure thing. It's kind of a little bit of both, but it's okay.
Okay.
Just careful if you get fluid water in your ears.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was kind of thinking, like, once I start listening to the advice that I've been getting and actually doing it, that might go away.
Yes, in time.
Okay. Thank you. Good. Great. All right. And she would like, and I would like, both of us, to awaken all those gifts, like I was talking about earlier. Hers are getting stronger. Awakening any gifts, strengthening them, clearing the energy pathways through the body, healing with the hands, especially with her activating those hands, clearing out all the energetic pathways for healing in the body, for healing, mediumship, and all the work that we do. Also cleansing our living spaces, our families, and our land. We love you, Earth. And just everywhere we go, cleansing everything around us. We'd like to remove any unhealthy feelings towards money on this planet for both of us and anyone around us. So that we can fully receive financial abundance, among other things that we know we deserve, like love and that financial part. Seems to be really ingrained. Can we release any negativity about that?
Yes, but it's okay to want it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Do you have any advice about abundance for us?
Taking actions on your spiritual path, being more proactive, will also open more doors for financial abundance.
Wonderful. Okay. I like that. The eclipse. How has that, did you line this up with the eclipse, or what do we... Is that you? Lining this up?
It helps energize it.
Yeah. What does it help with, Jen?
It intensifies everything we're doing here today.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Now I have a bunch of rambled questions, but I'm going to go with her. Her dad wanted to know when the tumor in the neck is going to start shrinking.
Once he starts his new treatment plan.
Wonderful. And she was hoping he got on that. That's great that he got on that medication.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It will work well for him.
Wonderful.
At a higher dose.
Yeah. Is the tumor in the lung continuing to shrink?
They will be.
Okay. And if you could just scan him and give us a little report what's going on with him now, if he's okay, if he needs anything. Minerals, vitamins, foods.
Continue with the 2 shakes a day. His appetite or taste buds cravings are going to change. If you need to, go up to 3 shakes a day. Try eating the foods that he enjoys the most, or quantity of them.
Mm-hmm.
He takes his vitamins to take with food.
Take the vitamins with food. Perfect.
He's going to be adapting
mm-hmm.
to what his symptoms are going forward. And that's okay.
All right. Is there anything that would help the body? Any specific food?
His shakes,
Yeah.
the protein, the vitamins.
Wonderful. Great. Is there any messages from him, from anyone, or from you or his higher self? And while we do that, while we answer that, we can instill some healing into the recording for him as well.
Remember that this is a journey, not a race. There's protection around him. He's on the right path. I have faith in that. Enjoy every day in the moment, as we all should.
Mm-hmm.
progress is happening. He goes up in a dose or changes or adds the medication, he will have more symptoms and feeling more tired and fatigued, and may have more stomach problems as well. Communicating and finding help for those problems, adapting, changing strategies is all going to be important. What he may feel like one day, he may not feel like the next, and that's okay. Having a variety of options or increasing his shakes. He has to remember that he is fighting cancer. His energy level may decrease while he goes through this process in the near future. So allow him time to rest when he needs it.
Wonderful. All right. I was curious about Metatron's symbols for healing.
Metatron?
Mm-hmm. Are there any certain symbols that he'd like to give Jen or myself, or both of us, that would assist in our healing practice?
With him, it's about creating a balance. So using symbols that have a balance.
Like symmetrical?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is the Metatron, the main symbol that you have there? The cube, the I don't even know what to call it. A Star of David, but 3D. What is that one used for?
Creation and balance. Manifesting.
Wonderful. There's I don't know if it's appropriate to ask. There was a session that you were in, Metatron, that someone used your help to, a group of people used your help to free their children from a big metal box because they had been taken by some entities. What symbol was that you used to help them free those children?
It was symmetrical, but there had a lot of points and circles and lines to it that all connected to one another. Almost similar to like planets, but they're all aligned in a certain way, and then there's lines connecting to them and a circular pattern around it.
Okay. Will Jen know this symbol if she sees it?
She might.
Mm-hmm. Is this something that we see in the spiritual community now, or has this symbol been forgotten?
There's essence of it.
Mm. Wonderful. I'd appreciate any guidance drawing your symbols. That would be greatly appreciated for the future. Are there still being children taken like then?
No.
Wonderful. That's great to know. Okay.
Not in the same way.
Well, I wonder because my daughter told me there were children in a box where the snow glows.
It's not in the same sense as it was. It's changed.
How do they do it now?
That was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Still people out there taking people.
Yes.
And that's what I mean by it's different now.
Oh, I see. So it's a person-to-person thing.
Yes.
I got you. All right.
But what she's referring to was just ancient times.
Yes, you did say it was quite a while. So there was more of like an energetic presence
Yes.
on the planet. And we've become very dense and human now.
Yes.
I see. I would like to ask for protection for our children from anything like that.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Not that I doubted they were unprotected, but any extra help's great. Do you have any healing tips for Jen today that you could help offer me to do any hands-on healing work on Jen's body?
No, just for her to continue with meditating.
Wonderful. The meditation helps?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
And it's okay, she's not failing.
It's okay if she's what?
It's okay, she's not failing.
She's not failing.
No.
Oh, good. Does she think she's failing?
With management of pain control.
Oh, yes, right. Thank you for bringing that up. She did want to make sure it's okay to take the pain meds if she needs them.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Tell her about that a little bit with her contrast of thought.
It's okay to take them because she needs them.
Mm-hmm.
It's about understanding the difference from physical pain and mental pain, which she's starting to understand more. So taking it for the physical pain, but not for the mental pain.
Right.
That was the lesson.
So not using it as a coping mechanism.
That's right.
Got you. Wonderful. So what is your advice going forward if she needs to take these medications?
And she can do so.
Mm-hmm.
Free of guilt. But follow the lessons that she's learned.
No taking them just because you're having a bad day.
That's right.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I think we've all learned that lesson in the room here. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
I can relate. Is there any other advice that you have for her or for me? Or anyone that might listen to this recording?
Stay true to who you are. Don't give up.
Beautiful. All right. I'm curious if... Thank you so much for that. I'm curious if Jesus has anything he'd like to come through and tell Jen, or myself, or anyone watching the recording.
It's okay to feel the way that you feel. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel those feelings. Don't run from them. Even if they hurt, don't run from them. They are there for a reason. And you're being too hard on yourself. It's time to let go of that. And trust that we will always have support for you. You don't have to fear authority from anybody. Make your fears known. Communicate what you need. Follow your instincts.
What are these emotions you speak of? You feel free to work through my hands if you need to. I'd like to release those emotions, some of them now.
There's a lot of judgment she puts on herself. She doesn't need to fight anymore. She can let go of the past.
Releasing all of the fear now. Is this coming from other lifetimes or this one?
This one.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Is there anything I can do here with your instruction to help with any healing?
No, she just needs to have the courage to ask for help.
On the day-to-day?
Yes, and then to her healthcare team.
Okay. What does she need?
She needs help managing quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
She needs help managing the emotions that come with this as well.
Absolutely.
She needs help managing the symptoms. She has these diagnoses, but it's so complicated, no one actually understands the symptoms. She needs to make that more clear.
Mm-hmm. And I can learn more.
Yes.
Do other people have this condition?
Different types of it.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like a general cookie cutter kind of a thing.
No.
Okay. Wonderful. I loved hearing about your life today and how close you guys were.
We still are.
That's so amazing. No wonder they call you cousins or brothers. It seemed like you spent a lot of time together.
Yes.
You tell her what kind of an impact John had on you.
Huge. Support, friendship, and we feed ideas off one another. I needed that.
Mm-hmm. That's so wonderful. Everyone thinks you went off to the mountains after you left the quotations cave.
No.
No. No. It's very interesting. Have you guys had other incarnations together as well?
There's been a few, but these are the more significant ones
Mm-hmm.
that apply to this lifetime.
Yes. The one with Raj as well.
Yes.
What was your name in that life?
Neil?
Okay. Neil and Raj. Would it be appropriate for me to put together a book about your adventures together
Yes.
from these sessions?
Yes, these sessions are for other people as well.
Wonderful. I'm always maybe that F word, that fear word.
Let it go.
Yeah, I should share more, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. Is there anything...
You can't change people's lives if you keep things a secret.
That's so true. Yes. So the life that you had as Neil,
Neil.
can you spell it? Neo?
Neil.
Neo. Okay, thank you. Neo. That's a beautiful name. I don't even think okay. Neo. explored that life a little bit myself in my last session, and I was extremely shocked at what I found. And apparently, I guess we had a whole thing going on, like a whole little mystery school, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
I was seeing us doing some vocal work, using our tones and our voices.
Frequencies.
Yes, can you tell me about that?
Frequencies impact the body because it's an energetic frequency. You can attune your body using frequencies to help heal different diseases and conditions, to help raise your vibration. It's all energy. And the tones, they help amplify that.
Wonderful. That was really amazing how all of us would do it together. How long?
A collective, it works more powerful. Again, it amplifies it more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was amazing. Just the little snippet that I did see. How long did you hang around in Italy for to help create this society? What would you call it?
We were there for a while. I wouldn't, but not like no more than like a year and a half kind of thing.
Okay, that's what I felt. Very interesting. I'm curious what this medal was that you're putting on my mother's chest. What was that? It melted so easily, and you did some crazy magic. I'm sure I learned about it later, but I remember first seeing it, I was very amazed.
I had to work with the metals in her own body. Almost like a magnet would attract different ions to release them and remove them.
I see. Is this a substance that we could find today to help with energy work? Could I go buy this metal, this liquid?
Well, it's the same as people use copper.
Oh, okay.
It's a similar thing, concept. It's just more a silvery components to it. There's different components of different types of metals.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just one type.
Oh, I see. So I could use copper.
To help remove toxins from your body, yes.
Wonderful. In a similar way that you did to her on the chest or in the
Yes.
spot here. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. I didn't realize that I had actually paid for you guys to come. That's so neat. I really wasn't thinking that. I was thinking I was the poor orphan girl.
No, we worked with all kinds of different status.
Mm-hmm. What was the school or society or group that we created? What did we call ourselves?
It wasn't really a name.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of just a community.
Okay. Did this pass on in future generations? Did this continue?
Yes, that's why today we have more energy workers.
Oh, wonderful. I was wondering if I was linked with the Rosicrucians.
There is a lineage there.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And after you guys left, where did you head off to? You and Raj.
another part of Europe, and then across the Mediterranean into more into Egypt.
Wonderful. Is there anything that you'd like to add to that story for the book?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Do you have a message for Jen? Oh, you gave her one. But
Yes.
anything else?
She's got this.
Yes. She's got this. Do you have a message for me?
You have to promote and get out there to draw people towards you. The energy you give out comes back. Like a cause and effect.
Okay. So more promoting.
Yes.
Do you recommend promoting the QHHT or the IQH, or should I just
promote everything that you can do?
Oh, okay. All right.
And take whoever you can get.
Yeah.
If it's readings or if it's this, if it's that, there's multiple things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be just one thing.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Are there any questions that she had that she didn't bring today?
No.
Okay. I'd love to get you to work on her body as well. I'm sure you always do, but with the eclipse and this energy, that'd be amazing. And myself.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Are there any teachings that you'd like to tell us today that maybe we have been missing, or that you just would like to throw in for fun, for healing?
Just opening yourself up. Trusting.
Mm-hmm. I know sometimes I get like a little doubt or a little...
Wash it away.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess.
You have to have confidence in yourself. That will come the more you do, the more you work at it.
Wonderful. Do you have any symbols that are the most potent for physical healing that you used, or did you even use symbols?
I worked more with the energy.
Mm-hmm.
But people put energy into symbols,
Mm-hmm.
and that's evolved over time.
Any you recommend?
Ones that you're more drawn to is usually the ones that you will benefit from at the time, and those will change.
Ah, gotcha. So just trust the gut.
Yes.
Wonderful. I was dreaming that I was manifesting things from my dreams. Like I was dreaming in a dream.
Yeah.
Is that something that I could do? Can we just have a dream? Like if I meditate long enough on a computer, am I going to wake up with one in my hand?
Not physically, no.
Oh.
But you could draw one towards you.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand that. That's what the dream was trying to tell me?
You manifest at any given point. It doesn't mean you wake up with one, but you could draw one to come onto your path.
Okay. Wonderful. I like that. I think I did that with a barbecue yesterday and I didn't even pick it up. It's just more like, wow, there's a barbecue. Okay, I get it. All right. All right. Curious if, making sure all her questions are answered. Does Erik have anything he'd like to tell her?
She's beautiful.
Hi, Erik.
Hi.
She's beautiful. You like her?
Yes.
Oh, I think she likes you too.
We're a good team.
Wonderful. She's beautiful. You're funny.
Mm-hmm.
I like you. Anything else you'd like to tell her?
She's gonna get busy.
Oh. You've been working on some connections?
Yep.
I love that. I just seen your videos the other day. I'm going to look into you. Do you have any message for me or anyone else watching the video?
Go with the ones that, pop up.
Oh.
I tend to do that. Lead you to the ones that you need to watch.
Okay. Thank you. And anyone else listening to this recording, look up Erik.
Yes.
Wonderful. What is this? I don't even remember writing this. It says, what was the one that didn't make it to Dr. Johnson? Maybe that's not even a question.
Unsure.
Okay, me too. What? Okay. I'm curious if I could speak with my higher self for just a quick sec. If that's okay.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. Hi. I would love a chakra healing, if that's okay, and any other healing I need to get done on myself.
They've already been doing it.
I appreciate that. I was wondering about the throat. My throat and any other health issues that I might have, if I could get a scan.
Some swollen glands. More irritation. Like an allergy.
Is that the marijuana?
Smoking it, yes. Can irritate.
What?
Better to ingest it would be safer.
Okay. What is the issue? What is this allergy that's been bugging me with the swelling?
It's more related to the environment that you're in.
Gotcha. So I already know.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The move that I'm making, is this going to be a better place to live?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you for helping me with that.
You're welcome.
Well, thank me, thank us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is there anything I need to know about these people that I'm moving in with? Like to make it, are they good people?
Yeah, they're fair.
Perfect. Great. Thank you so much for that guidance on this house.
You're welcome.
Should I move? Where? Thanks for all the money. Okay, and any recommendations on financial abundance?
Again, promoting.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't promote and get your name out there, you won't bring clients in.
Right. I have a... It's okay to charge them?
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. What would you charge if you were me on Earth? You are me on Earth. What is a good charge for these sessions?
I would lower it
Mm-hmm.
until you get more of a clientele and reputation.
Okay. Wonderful. I will do that. There was a flash of light outside this window over on the other side of the house the one time I was cleaning when I was just moving in. What was that flash of light?
Energy protector.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's from you.
Yes.
Oh, ooh, thank you. I wasn't abducted.
No.
Wonderful. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to know about my health or anything, any advice that
No,
you'd like
you're
to...
moving in the right direction.
Oh, great. Any advice with anything in my life? Any messages I'm not getting that you're beating me over the head
Just
with?
be more aggressive in pursuing your abilities.
Oh. Okay. We'll bring in Jen's higher self now. Is there a difference between higher selves, or do we mesh very well on the other up there?
We do mesh.
I feel like I can ask you the same things I'd ask me.
Yes, we mesh.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. There's a guy on the internet that I find very fascinating. He puts Divergent. He puts all these old photos on that I've been looking at of the giant buildings from an old civilization of larger humans or beings. I don't know. And he also speaks about there being a big ice wall and the Earth being larger than we know it is. Is that true, or is there any truth to that?
It's like a different dimension.
Okay. So we can't access that area?
It's like an alternate reality. But that's real.
Oh.
Like a different dimension that's kind of blended together.
Okay. So how does this guy have the information? Is this leaking through the veil?
Yes.
I see. Well, on our dimension, Earth is Earth, the way we know it?
Yes.
Okay. We're not going to melt the ice wall down and find a new continent?
No.
Okay. Wonderful. Do we live in the other dimensions as well?
Some of them, yes.
What ones does Jen live in? Or maybe one, if you could describe it a bit.
It's like different planets.
But we're all here?
Living different lives at different times. All kind of at the same time. It's like being split up. Divided.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. And when our bodies die, what happens to our consciousness? Would it go to the other bits of us?
Goes to the collective higher self.
Mm-hmm. I guess, and
It's
then
like the anchor.
Okay.
Control center.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And how's the body doing?
Finished.
Beautiful, beautiful. And just infusing with that beautiful white light from head to toe, really radiating and vibrating all the cells in the body. Hello, cells of the body. We love you. Beautiful, activating all the mitochondria in each cell. Beautiful DNA of diamonds. Untrap you. Oh, grounding down. How do we feel? Yes?
I have to pee.
Yes, you go ahead.